Hey guys, welcome to Weekly Pattern Wednesday. And if you watched a video that I did a couple days ago, you're going to see that I demonstrated these electronic pouches, and I'm going to do one with you today. So what you're going to need is you're going to need any type of yarn. I am using 100% cotton, and this of course is some yarn that I dyed myself. So it has ashy gray to white creamy color and teals in it. You're going to need a button of some sort. That is totally up to you which one you prefer to use, but I thought that would look nice. And I'm going to use a 4mm crochet hook. So you know, your sizes will vary a little bit. There's no definite size count, so I just kind of play it by ear, and you're going to work in a ring. Okay, so let's get started. Alright guys, first thing we're going to do is make our slip knot. Okay. Now we're going to chain until I tell you to stop. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's see. Okay. 19, 20, 21, and 22. So then when you put that together, it's going to give you about that size there. Okay? So now that you've done that, what you're going to do is you're going to come back and you're going to join into that first stitch with the slip stitch. Nothing difficult here, and let me zoom in for you. Okay? Make sure you don't have your chain twisted up. Make sure it all goes the same way. And you will work over your tail here, so hold this close. And what I do with mine is most of them are going to be half double crocheted. So you're going to chain 2. And then you're going to start in your first stitch right here and do your half double crochet. Okay, so what you do is you wrap. You go in that stitch, grab your yarn and pull up. You should have 3 on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 of those. Okay, so you're just going to repeat that all the way around. Okay, so I've gone all the way around now. You're going to join in the top of that chain 2 that we started with. Just pull through and through. Okay, and now you're going to have a ring. And if you measure it to this one, it's going to be about the same size. Oops. Maybe a little hair bigger, a little hair smaller. It's not going to make any difference. And I'm going to trim that off. Okay? So now what you're going to do is you're going to repeat that. So you're going to chain 2. And then you're going to go in your next stitch available, which is this one right here, which is kind of hid. Don't forget that one though, or you will knock your stitch count way off. And sometimes what I do is, instead of trying to go under here on this one stitch, I'll take this loop and that loop like that and get it, because it's such a hard stitch to go through. Okay? Now what you're going to do is you're just going to repeat this all the way around. And I've counted the rows on this one here. I've got between 9 and 10 rows going here. If you want it a little taller, you can go more rows. Like I say, it's a very forgiving and easily worked pattern. The rows depends on you, but for this one here, I've gone 9 rows, I believe, with a half double crochet. But if you choose to go with a single crochet, of course, you'll have to go way more rows than that. And I don't recommend using all double crochet or a more open stitch than a half double, because then you're going to have a lot of spacing. And the reason I like the half double crochet, and I've said it before in my videos, is because when you use it, it leaves a small gap, but it doesn't leave a huge gap like this here. So but it also grows a little quicker than the single crochet. So it's up to you, but for this pattern, I want you to go up 9 rows, okay? And when you get to 9 rows, and when I get to 9 rows, I'm going to stop, we're going to evaluate it, and then we're going to see if we need to go any further. Okay, so do 9 rows, get back to here and join in the top, chain 2, and go around again. Okay, I have actually completed 8 rows, but this is also counted as 1 in my count, so that would be 9. So this is what I have now so far. And now what you're going to do is you're going to turn it over like you had it, and then you're going to start working your flap, okay? So if you see your flap is worked only through half of those stitches, and I usually work the flap in a different stitch. I'll usually work it in like a triple crochet. So what I'm going to do is chain 3, so 1, 2, and 3. And then you're just going to wrap, and then you're going to go right in that next stitch. Pull your yarn up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so you're going to do it again, wrap and wrap. And you're just going to do your triple crochet until you get to your edge here. And no definite count. This is just pretty much a pattern that you play by eye. Everything that I do doesn't necessarily have an exact count or an exact measurement based on what it is. And with a case like this, it doesn't have to be, you know, pinpoint on the dot. So you play it by sight and by feel. So you're just going to keep making your triples. And these were so much fun to do yesterday. Like I say, I got about 6 done altogether. A couple without the straps. It was just, I got on a roll of making them, and then I got digging in my 12 pounds of buttons my husband bought me for Christmas. And I was like, ooh, I could make some rather nice cases, and I'm going to sell these at the spring festivals here coming up soon. So thought what a good thing. I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone, I guess you'd say. Make videos, teach you guys how to make simple projects, and keep these projects for my craft fair, so my stall. Okay, let's see. I think I may need to do 1 more. Not sure if I need it, but we'll see. Like I say, it's just easier to test it. So you turn it around once you get that far, and then you bring this over and fold it down. Does that look right to you? Looks right to me. Okay, so I went from corner to corner when I laid it on its side, and if you're not working in a continual spiral through this whole thing, you will have your seam mark, and try to keep that on the back side. So now what I'm going to do, I did a triple crochet. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go chain 2, and I'm going to do half double crochet on this next round. Okay, so we're just going to half double crochet all the way to the end of our flap here.